Perun. This is a true giant and a powerhouse in the realm of drones, with a payload capacity of up to 440 pounds. It's handy for hauling serious cargo on the battlefield, and also for another not-so-obvious task, transporting soldiers. This solution greatly improves the squad's mobility, allowing them to be swiftly relocated over short distances with minimal preparation. Also, if necessary, a flying unmanned drone can transport a wounded soldier from the battlefield. Additionally, it can do another very useful job, providing fire support using an anti-tank missile system. Shield. This looks like a good target on the battlefield. However, hitting the shield won't be so easy. They'll try to do their best to protect the system, as it's a crucial unit in the endless struggle against drones. The system includes a 3D radar called Spyglass, HD cameras, electro-optical and infrared tracking systems. Thanks to this, SHIELD detects drones at distances of over 11,500 feet, then identifies and tracks them, transmitting data to units for destruction. This all works much faster than similar systems because Lid-Eye equipped the drone hunter with artificial intelligence and machine learning. This solution can be installed anywhere, be it vehicles, armored vehicles, watercraft, trailers, or containers, and even as a standalone object without a platform, the system will still be useful. Yenner. Aegis Company has developed a kind of transformer for guiding columns of vehicles and personnel through mined areas. Transformations happen when Yenner prepares to detect mines. The front section lowers, as well as the two side sections. This is the vehicle's main feature. Yenner can detect various explosives and mines on the right and left sides of the transport, something most alternative solutions cannot do. Detection happens using a combination of different radars and metal detectors. Any identified threats are marked and sent to the computer. And how can we forget about good protection? After all, we're looking at the vehicle that works in hazardous conditions. It has armor to protect against explosives and kinetic threats. Yenner also has a remotely controlled weapons platform for counterattacks. Plus, there's a system to defend against interference. Grille. Drones are everywhere these days. They can even evacuate the injured. You can see proof right on the screens. Grille from APSIS can be transported in a standard shipping container assembled in 15 minutes by soldiers, and then it starts independently rescuing soldiers. The drone's maximum payload is 297 pounds. It carries this weight at a cruising speed of 53 miles per hour for a maximum range of 32 miles and has a power of 326 horsepower. The patient's vital signs are constantly monitored and sent to the ground control center. Moreover, once inside the Grille, a soldier in need of help can even receive psychological support via video call. And when a person is rescued and it's time to evacuate others, the cabin container can be easily replaced with a new one for maximum hygiene and minimal downtime. GhostX. A couple of years ago, Anduril stormed into the military industry and has continuously been presenting new solutions for the Army ever since. Just recently, they unveiled a drone that, as they say, will revolutionize defense capabilities with state-of-the-art tech. GhostX is quickly delivered to the desired location in a special case, unpacked, and gets to work on a variety of tasks. With a payload capacity of 20 pounds and modular design, it allows for mounting electro-optical infrared sensors, various laser options, and navigation modules. You can choose whatever equipment fits the job, which can last up to 90 minutes and cover a range of 15.5 miles, exactly how far Anduril's drone can fly. As of now, GhostX has flown for more than 2,000 hours in various conditions like forests and urban areas, and this is just the beginning. Third arm. You're looking at a system that supports weapons. Thanks to a hinged composite frame, the weight of the weapon is distributed, reducing strain on the fighter's arms and giving them extra strength for other moves. This third arm is ideal for machine guns like the M249 and M240B because the latter, for instance, weighs 27 pounds and is hardly usable without losing a good amount of strength. According to the creator Dan Bashel, there are still many tests ahead for the unique third arm, which will help improve this gadget for soldiers. Right now, for example, they're testing the weapon support system with an M4 type rifle where it's proving highly effective. Furthermore, the third arm allows for more precise targeting and transitioning from sprinting to the prone position. Dita. This self-propelled artillery piece is a perfect illustration of companies aiming to create armament that demands less and less human intervention. In this case, the main element that minimizes crew involvement is the onboard control system. With its help, Dita can fully automatically aim and engage targets at distances up to 24 miles with a sustained rate of fire of 5 rounds per minute. The maximum firing rate reaches 6 rounds per minute. Moreover, firing can be conducted in various modes, including single shot, rapid fire, programmed, and there's also a multiple round simultaneous impact mode. In addition, Dita can automatically adjust its position, manage ammunition supply, and control the inertial navigation system. In the end, to operate the howitzer with all its autonomous task capabilities, only 2 people are needed to monitor all systems and give the order to begin firing. Sungur. This is a short-range air defense missile system that consists of 2 elements, a module and 4 launchers placed inside it. The system independently detects, identifies, and tracks targets day and night, and of course it strikes them if necessary. For this, missiles with a max range of 5 miles, a minimum range of 0.3 miles, and a max altitude of 2.5 miles are used. The projectiles travel at 1,850 miles per hour, use a thermal imaging guidance system, and have a penetrating part made of titanium alloy, which, according to the creators, is more effective. During tests, the Kirby armored vehicle with a 4x4 wheel configuration was used as the platform for the combat unit, but it's not the only possible option. Boxer. This vehicle will come to the rescue when armored vehicles need to overcome tough obstacles, and it'll help quickly. According to the creators, the vehicle can lay a 72-foot, 2-section bridge to cross obstacles up to 69 feet wide in less than 6 minutes, as well as 2 single-section 39-foot bridges or 1 46-foot bridge in less than 4 minutes. All the bridges placed are designed according to international standards and fully certified. The crew of the bridge layer has a system of daytime and nighttime cameras with a laser rangefinder, as well as a device with an interactive graphical user interface, which is used for controlling the paving process and locating faults. Thanks to it, the bridge laying process can be interrupted, paused, or continued at any time. Keiler NG. In August 2024, Rheinmetall introduced its solution designed for getting through minefields and fortifications. Keiler NG clears the way using its 13-foot plow called Perun, allowing it to clear mines at speeds of up to 820 feet per minute. If needed, it can be replaced with a bulldozer blade, which enables the vehicle to clear anti-tank obstacles, fill in trenches, or build fortified positions. It's already an effective solution for the Army, but Rheinmetall went even further and added another powerful tool to the Keiler NG for clearing mines and breaking through light fortifications: the Plofatter detonation cord. In short time, the vehicle can create a breach 525 feet long and 30 feet wide through minefields and obstacles with its help. BuddyStrap. Evacuating a wounded soldier from the battlefield requires between 2 to 4 people. With Agilite's harness system, only one person is needed to carry the incapacitated soldier on their back like a backpack. The advantages of this solution are clear. It reduces the number of non-combat ready soldiers since the person carrying the wounded soldier can shoot and perform any action, hands are free. It looks like an interesting idea that could really make a difference in combat. However, it's not an exoskeleton or a magic system that'll turn an unprepared person into a powerhouse. Evacuating a soldier weighing around 180 pounds on your back requires significant physical preparation. Skywall Auto. Here's another solution from Lideye that doesn't just detect and identify drones. The drones don't explode or get damaged, but are instead caught in a net. Yes, Skywall Auto simply catches those annoying and dangerous drones. Of course, not without the help of technology. First, the turret tracks, identifies, and captures targets using an AI-powered tracking system with infrared and electro-optical cameras. Then, all the operator has to do is press a button if necessary, or they don't have to press it. The system will handle it on its own. Just like the previous drone defense system, Skywall Auto can be installed on any vehicle or building, and it can function as a standalone turret as well. Alakran. You're looking at different vehicles that have been turned into mobile mortar systems. Originally, these vehicles were not moving artillery. They became such thanks to modules from Millennium NTGS. The modules can carry smoothbore or rifled mortars, which are deployed in the shortest time by 2 operators. These same people are the ones who do the firing. One is loading, and the other person, from a safe distance, pulls the cord, and then the mortar fires. Fire can be conducted in regular modes as well as in area shooting and multiple shots modes, with a maximum firing rate of 16 shots per minute thanks to a special cooling system. In the modern world, weaponry almost always features computer technologies. Millennium NTGS hasn't missed this trend either, fitting their mortar modules with digital fire control systems and seamlessly integrating them with GPS technology. Lightblade. At Ben Gurion University, they've developed a laser system that shields against drones without blinding any pilots who might accidentally end up in its aim. The secret is that the system called Lightblade uses an unfocused laser beam with relatively low power. Thanks to this, the protective device can be safely used near places like airports without needing to clear the airspace. As a test, the Lightblade was used together with the threat detection system SuperViz IR from Elbit. The tandem successfully eliminated 90% of the targets that appeared in the sky. SkyStriker. A target 12 miles away is no big deal for the SkyStriker. It'll get there in 10 minutes, then dive with an 11 or 22-pound warhead at 345 miles per hour straight to the spot. Or it can track the target for 2 or 1 hour and then deliver a quick strike. In addition to its ability to quickly reach, chase, and hit targets, SkyStriker is also a stealth weapon. The electric power system providing low acoustic detection gets the job done. Aegis. Shrapnel's a serious threat on the battlefield. However, you can hide from it quickly and with little effort. All you need is this blanket and some skills. It measures 21 square feet in standard form and weighs 18 pounds. bit heavy for a blanket, but it couldn't be otherwise since it's composed of high-strength ballistic aramid fabric and ultra-high molecular weight high-density polyethylene. Based on tests, using a blanket can shield you from at least 85% of the shrapnel flying at 2,300 feet per second from an F1 grenade that exploded 10 feet away. Shrapnel that goes through the protective structure loses most of its energy, thereby reducing its lethality to a minimum. In addition to its main task, the blanket also protects against bullets fired from an APS pistol at a distance of 16 feet. Sahin. Aegis has taken a more traditional approach to drone destruction. Its system counters UAVs at distances up to 2,300 feet using the Mk19 Mod 3 grenade launcher, firing atom grenades. Ammunition deserves special attention as its creators call it smart. This is because grenades can be programmed to detonate at a precise time upon leaving the barrel. This is done using a control unit which, besides altering the projectile's function, allows the user to identify and align the target, measure the distance to it, and calculate the necessary detonation time. Shooting is important, of course, but an anti-drone system isn't just about that. It also includes all-weather detection and tracking tools. So Aegis' solution doesn't need to be integrated into other systems. Cyclone. Drones are not just for reconnaissance and fire support. Thanks to ISPRA, they're used to disorient the enemy too. A remote-controlled unmanned system called Cyclone can be operated from a distance of more than 2,600 feet. If the drone flies much further, the operator won't be able to activate the main component, the unit under the drone. It contains several tear gas grenades that fall onto the battlefield almost instantly when the button on the control panel is pressed. Gas is not the only thing a drone from ISPRA can drop. The unit can also be outfitted with smoke grenades or other similar projectiles which can serve as both a distraction and a marking tool. And don't forget that Cyclone can be used just fine without attachments or projectiles as a standard scout. It has a camera, and that's all that's needed for that purpose. ISPRA Company has another weapon that uses tear gas. It's unlikely to be used in real combat situations, but it could be effective for police and special forces. Samur. You're looking at a vehicle that allows you to cross water obstacles. In its usual form, Samur is a quirky 8-wheeled vehicle that handles various off-road challenges well, but when it's time to perform its main task, the vehicle opens up from the other side. Literally, opens up. When Samur approaches the water, its roof unfolds and transforms into parts that allow the vehicle to float. To get the vehicle across, it must drive onto the Samur, after which it just takes it to the other bank. However, if you use several of these assistants, you can quickly build a continuous bridge. According to the creators, with 8 of these floating bridges, you can create a 328-foot-long path over the water. Legion. Here's a shield that'll protect you from hits or incoming heavy objects. It might even handle small caliber firearms. Also, there's a reason that they say the best defense is a good offense. The shield can also shoot. For this, it comes with a 12-shot magazine system that can load 3 types of ammo at the same time: pepper, stun, and rubber rounds. All of these can be fired by pressing a single button, and for extra convenience, the creators added a laser sight, which makes every shot up to 80 feet more precise. And yeah, you don't need to set up a shield for shooting. It's only 14 pounds, so a person can easily hold it and put up a good fight. Cormorant. Here's a solution for evacuation that doesn't require carrying wounded on your back. What's more, there's no need for direct human involvement at all, because we're dealing with a drone here. Urban Aero originally designed a drone for tasks involving the evacuation of wounded people, as well as for transporting people and cargo. That's why the vehicle has 3 places to accommodate people, 2 compartments on the sides, each with a volume of 200 gallons, and an additional compartment in the belly with a volume of 300 gallons. It moves pretty quickly, with speeds reaching from 115 to 138 miles per hour. Also, Cormorant can be equipped with some observation detection and even armament systems, so it can be transformed into a cargo transporter capable of reconnaissance and self-defense. CBWS. What you're looking at isn't just a container. EOS has made it into a dangerous weapon. With the push of a button, the R400S remotely controlled weapon system emerges, which can be equipped with various arms as needed. For example, the Dylan M134 machine gun, the M230 LF cannon, the Javelin anti-tank missile, and much more. The advantage of this solution is its stealth. No one will suspect that weapons could suddenly emerge from an ordinary container. In certain situations, this can become a significant advantage. The makers don't say it, but you can actually bury the container underground, making it a long-lasting firing position. They used to be effective defense structures, although they clearly weren't made of metal. Gorgon. To start with, it should be said that the Agent Fly Technologies drone excels in reconnaissance missions. It features a camera with electro-optical or infrared sensors and a 10 times optical zoom, a secure digital communication system for photos and videos, an additional pilot's view camera, and an external localization system. And these are just the standard features. Additional payloads such as LiDAR, multispectral cameras, and radio frequency spectrum analyzers can be installed on Gorgon. Overall, a drone can make a great scout, handling all sorts of tasks for detection and surveillance. However, it can also do one more thing. If necessary, Gorgon can carry munitions and drop them onto a desired target. It might sound insane, but to protect against such drones, you could transform ordinary vehicles like tanks into spherical shapes, which would enhance their defense. In the Soviet Union, there were projects for such tanks, with creators believing that most projectiles and bullets would bounce off. ThunderB. The Bluebird drone can be easily put together by 2 people and takes off vertically, allowing it to be used in confined areas. Bluebird also states that ThunderB is capable of carrying out covert daytime and nighttime missions for reconnaissance, surveillance, target acquisition, and scouting thanks to its cameras and sensors. It works for over 24 hours and has a communication range of up to 93 miles. In general, it's a great scout. However, that's not all. ThunderB can also do deliveries. It can transport medications, ammunition, supplies, and much more in capsules under its wings, which are dropped automatically or on command. Aerosonde. No takeoff or landing strips required. The drone from Textron Systems takes off and lands vertically. This really matches up with what the creators said about it being prepared for tomorrow's mission. Here comes more. Textron Systems designed their drone to be especially fit for tasks that need high mobility. It can be moved across any kind of terrain on tactical ground and air vehicles, fully put together in less than 30 minutes, and can be refueled and have its payload changed in the blink of an eye. Speaking of the payload, the Textron Systems drone can take on up to 35 individual payloads overall and 6 at once. This includes cameras, devices for signal intelligence and communication relay, LiDAR, and a bunch of other stuff needed for reconnaissance missions. Point blank. This drone is 36 inches long and weighs 15 pounds, so it fits easily in a soldier's backpack. It's also easy to launch. All the soldier needs to do is simply throw it. It's like a grenade that can fly at an altitude of 1,500 feet for 18 minutes at a speed of 178 miles per hour using a hybrid electro-optical global positioning system, as well as a guidance system to verify and collect real-time observation information. And of course, there are cameras for various tasks, but that's not all, because you can attach a warhead weighing 4 pounds with an impact detonation fuse to the drone. That means you can turn this miniature scout into a hyper-fast and long-range grenade. Thunderstorm. This is a launcher that can be set up anywhere. However, it'll be most useful if installed on a vehicle. If you put a Thunderstorm on top of a car, it turns into a mobile unit capable of firing 12 grenades over 590 feet with just a push of a button. And yes, the system is designed to launch unusual grenades. Its projectiles are flashbang, smoke, and tear gas types. However, this doesn't make a vehicle with Thunderstorm any less useful, as it can serve as excellent support, capable of quickly moving with the troops and disorienting the enemy from unexpected directions. VDM. Here's another mine detection machine, and don't mind its tractor-like exterior. It's really effective at locating dangerous items. For this purpose, the vehicle is equipped with a suite of countermeasures such as rollers, passive infrared decoys, magnetic sensors, penetrating action radars, and much more. The wheels of this vehicle deserve particular attention. They are significantly smaller than the wheels or tracks of other similar equipment, which is dictated by a simple logic: the smaller the contact area with the surface, the lower the chance of unexpectedly running over a missed mine. However, even if the car accidentally hits a hazardous object, it'll have some chance to cope with the damages, because despite its appearance, it's equipped with appropriate protection for this class of vehicle. APSIS. Thanks to Eurotrade, you can create a secure battle point in just a few minutes and anywhere without any new construction materials. You're looking at an armored booth that's delivered by transport to the needed location and then just put in place. The booth is capable of withstanding explosions, so it can't be breached unless the person inside wants it to. Its windows and walls resist rifle fire and shotgun shots, both single rounds and pellets, which is clearly demonstrated in the video. Mobile launcher. This vehicle from JawDB finally meets the demands of modern combat operations. First of all, it's a wheeled vehicle, which means it provides mobility. It arrives at the needed spot, sets up, and then gets to work. At this point, the vehicle meets the second requirement of modern combat. It has a lot of firepower. The rocket launcher holds 30 rockets, which can be launched in 60 seconds at a distance of up to 6 miles. The company also has another solution that's pretty mobile. It's just a trailer that can be moved anywhere. It only holds 12 rockets, but otherwise the launcher matches the specs of its counterpart. EasiBridge. It's a mobile system that allows crossing obstacles like gaps or spans between buildings. The solution is modular, so it can be delivered to the desired location without mechanical assistance. Moreover, the parts of the portable bridge are lightweight. Just over 3 feet of it weigh only about 9 pounds, making crossing effortless. It's interesting that the mobile system is not only easy to transport, but also easy to assemble. According to the manufacturer, a 60-foot ladder system can be assembled by one person. A special mention goes to the way soldiers move to the other side. A person lies down and moves on a kind of platform. As a result, they can reach the necessary place faster and, more importantly, safer in many situations. Flex. Since 2005, iCore Technology has been developing various demining tools. And look at this robot. You can see that the company's engineers haven't been sitting around doing nothing all this time. Flex has a 3D avatar that provides real-time feedback on the robot's actual position. It has 2 lasers with distance sensors and 6 color cameras. Also, you can equip Flex with an X-ray, a thermal camera, and much more. And all this is just for visual inspection of objects and areas. Flex has a manipulator capable of lifting loads up to 80 pounds for handling explosives and other items. And the most interesting thing is a sort of cannon that can shoot various objects. And of course, it's impossible not to mention the base that allows the robot to move around. It enables Flex to tackle even the toughest bumps and climb stairs. StarStreak. This anti-aircraft missile system would be just another ordinary air defense tool if not for its missiles. After pressing the launch button, the first stage engine ignites, propelling the rocket from a lightweight handheld launcher, a rocket system on a vehicle, or a stationary block. Then, after traveling 13 feet, the second stage activates. It's at this point that the rocket becomes truly dangerous to its targets. 3 tungsten alloy darts are released. This significantly increases the chance of hitting the target. And that's not all that makes StarStreak an effective means of attack. The missiles are also difficult to suppress. They cannot be countered by infrared or radar jamming systems and anti-radiation missiles. X-61 Gremlin. Dynetics offers its take on air combat with drones taking care of the missions. According to its vision, far from areas with active combat, people launch a swarm of X-61 Gremlin drones. They complete all their missions and then ascend to a safe altitude where the drones need to interact with people again. A plane flies there to pick up the drones for repairs. Each metal fighter is repaired within 24 hours and then released for the next mission. This can be repeated up to 20 times for each drone. All of this is not just a good idea bordering on fantasy. Dynetics ran tests with 2 drones and 1 C-130 Hercules plane. In the end, 1 drone was retrieved and sent out for another test flight. Even though it's still early to talk about decisive success, proving the feasibility of such a battle tactic is already great. TRX Shorad. This system may look like a standard armored personnel carrier doing the most ordinary tasks, but in reality it has something to stand out among its counterparts. There's a rapid-fire automatic gun here and 2 groups of launchers that launch surface-to-air missiles, which can search for and track threats by detecting heat signals from engines. Also, there's a platform at the rear where its own drone is positioned, serving as an operational reconnaissance tool. In simple terms, this is a state-of-the-art defense solution against low-flying and slow-moving planes and UAVs. And that's not all there is. It's important to mention the platform called TRX, which includes advanced sensors and AI surveillance technologies. That means it literally acts as the ears and eyes of the system, doing the job of detecting, analyzing, and steering all combat power in the proper direction. Reaper. Level 4 ballistic shields are no joke, not just because of their ability to protect, but also due to their weight, which can reach up to 44 pounds in some cases. You probably couldn't hold on to such a heavy thing in one hand for very long and still be effective in combat. However, there's an attachment called the Reaper that allows you to use a rifle alongside the shield. The solution resembles an exoskeleton combined with a support device for construction tools. It shifts the load from the arms and shoulders to the torso and hips. This will be especially useful in situations where a shield is used that can hold weapons like rifles. In such cases, mobility protection and firepower all reach quite a high level at the same time. T4. We were just discussing a bomb disposal robot, which might appear to be the perfect choice for demining and similar tasks. However, take a look at the alternative from L3 Harris. The robotic mine-clearing device called T4 has haptic feedback, allowing the operator to feel what the robot's arm touches or holds. Also, the arm precisely mimics the user's arm movements, completing tasks faster and requiring minimal training. Moreover, it operates more delicately, which is especially useful for disabling homemade explosive devices. Besides, the company claims that the T4 is best in class in terms of operating range and manipulator strength, and it also features protection against electromagnetic interference. This allows the robot to be used simultaneously with electronic countermeasures. Mobile Sentry. This is another example of how military companies aim to take equipment mobility to a new level. Andurill's system can be easily transported by military aircraft or helicopters, and even a car can handle the task effortlessly, as you can clearly see in the company's video. In addition, the claimed system deployment speed of 20 minutes indicates high mobility. Moreover, this can be done by a single operator without the need for special equipment and training. And no, what you're looking at is not just an ordinary radar. As Andurill says, inside the system, there's artificial intelligence that makes 360-degree surveillance autonomous and more precise compared to analogs. Also, the company's system can be equipped with various sensors and communication equipment needed to perform specific tasks. ARM. This armored personnel carrier handles transporting soldiers really well. It's also modular, so it's not limited to just carrying troops. You can turn the APC into a vehicle for evacuation and maintaining equipment. To do this, a 13-ton module is put on it, which has a crane with a rotating boom and a 20-ton load capacity. It's used for technical maintenance work, such as swapping out modules, gun turrets, or power blocks. Naturally, it can also lift other vehicles to change wheels or for rescue operations. Another important element is the winch with a 230-foot Kevlar rope and a 20-ton pulling force, which can pull out other equipment even from the trickiest spots. And yes, it's a module that can operate independently from the armored vehicle. It has its own power system, so there's no need to hook it up to the vehicle. Orbiter. This is the kind of useful birds for combat operations created by aeronautics. When it comes to the duration of missions, Orbiter 4 and Orbiter 5 are pretty similar. The first can fly for up to 24 hours and the second can go for up to 25. The same goes for speed. Both don't go very fast, maxing out at 81 miles per hour. However, there are notable differences in the maximum payload. Version 4 can carry up to 121 pounds, while version 5 can handle up to 165 pounds. This is basically the key reason the newer version is the better option. You can load more reconnaissance gear like cameras, sensors, ID systems, radars, and more. The differences are further emphasized by the fact that for some reason, the 4th version is capable of vertical takeoff and landing. The new 5th version lacks this feature. Natrix. Engineers at Brasa Defense have designed a metal assistant that'll be useful to every soldier on the battlefield. The unmanned platform has compact dimensions of 3 by 2.5 by 1.2 feet, moves at a maximum speed of 12 miles per hour, and can be used by soldiers for various purposes. This includes transporting equipment, weapons, and ammunition, providing support through installed sensors, surveillance systems, and engineering equipment, as well as evacuating the wounded. The only limit is the maximum payload weight, which must not exceed 440 pounds. And of course, it's important to understand that the platform can't work forever. The battery lasts for 120 minutes. It's important that all listed tasks can be performed autonomously in Follow Me mode with manual control available in certain situations. EOS-C. This drone probably won't work well for combat tasks, but reconnaissance is clearly its thing. EOS-C can fly for up to 3 hours straight or cover distances up to 118 miles. Its maximum speed is 67 miles per hour with a cruising speed of 38 miles per hour. That's not fast, but quiet and with minimal visual footprint, making it ideal for reconnaissance. Most importantly, the EOS-C is equipped with a full-size camera with 4 sensors, providing clear imagery at distances up to 6 miles. Also, it features a thermal imager, allowing the drone to perform tasks regardless of visibility. Redback. Hanwha Defense is working on developing an infantry fighting vehicle that meets the requirements for modern combat operations. The company has clearly succeeded in mobility, as the Redback can reach speeds of over 40 miles per hour and features a system of composite rubber tracks that enhance mobility over rough terrain. The vehicle's protection, at least for its class, is quite good. It features sturdy armor and is equipped with a modern active protection system called Iron Fist with built-in radars and electro-optics. As for the weaponry, it's all good there too. The Redback features a turret with a Bushmaster Mk-44S cannon, a Mag-58 coaxial machine gun, and 2 Spike LR-2 missile launchers. Additionally, the vehicle can be equipped with a remote weapon system and Javelin anti-tank guided missiles. Micron 115. Using this means of transport, you can get over anything, since that's a helicopter. Let's just say this helicopter isn't exactly a typical one, since it measures 13 feet in length, 5 feet in width, 8 feet in height, and weighs 254 pounds. The maximum takeoff weight of the helicopter is 573 pounds, so it can carry only 1 soldier with not too much gear. The maximum speed of the helicopter isn't all that impressive at 63 miles per hour. The flight time isn't remarkable either, since 1 person can only stay airborne for an hour. Plus, there's no armor, so you can't really fly over active battlefields. But for quickly moving commanders to the rear or carrying out secret missions, the solution looks pretty good. Spirit. The drone from Ascent Aerosystems is designed to replace quadcopters, making it easier to install sensors or payloads that can often be cumbersome or inconvenient. To do this, Spirit features a cylindrical body that can easily be complemented with different modules. The dustproof cap opens from either end, and you can attach an HD camera, an infrared sensor, an additional battery, or other gear needed to accomplish specific tasks. The key point is to remember that Spirit can lift a total payload of 10 pounds. When fully loaded, the drone isn't exactly impressive in terms of endurance. It can only fly for 22 minutes. Without a payload, the flight time increases, but not by much. The Spirit can stay airborne for 38 minutes, so the company has made a solution that's really only good for quick reconnaissance missions. There's also another feature that backs this up. The Spirit can fold up and be easily carried in a small backpack. MLVD. When it comes to disarming a vehicle bomb, you can explode it with water. Alfred Technology's solution is placed next to the side of the car where the explosive device is located. When activated, it causes an explosion that sends horizontal jets of water blasting through the near side wall of the vehicle. Not just the near side, the opposite side gets blown out too, along with the bomb attached to the car. The force of water that can penetrate a car can be used not only for vehicles, but also for other barriers like walls or doors. And of course, we live in a technologically advanced world, so a robot can handle bomb disposal. DOFUS. Torpedoes and submarines are always getting more advanced, so Aselsan has developed a solution to protect ships. DOFUS is a variable depth sonar system that combines the capabilities of active and passive sonar equipment. In passive mode, the system detects threats like torpedoes and submarines by listening to ambient noise. Upon identifying such threats, DOFUS can communicate with countermeasure equipment and recommend appropriate actions. In active mode, the sonar emits sound signals and detects unauthorized objects, initiating similar subsequent actions. The detection range is not disclosed, however, Aselsan Company takes pride in highlighting this feature. The creators also say the device has 360-degree scanning, which enhances DOFUS's utility for the fleet. Raider X. You're looking at the result of an effort to create a next-generation helicopter. Though Sikorsky's Raider X ultimately did not gain widespread adoption, the project certainly deserves attention. For instance, the helicopter has a maximum flight speed of 285 miles per hour, high maneuverability at both low and high speeds with a bank angle of over 60 degrees, and enhanced hovering and acceleration capabilities. Also, the helicopter was designed to be a more flexible alternative to counterparts thanks to its modular weaponry and sensors. And equally important, the helicopter was intended to be a more affordable replacement for existing combat units. Its design incorporated production developments from other military aircraft. What do you think prevented the Raider X from entering mass production? It's simple: cuts in government programs. Perhaps the time for Sikorsky's helicopter just hasn't come yet, because a helicopter with such advantages should definitely be in military service. LD-1. Here's a vehicle that also carries just one person who also acts as a driver. True, it can't handle any obstacles since it's an ATV, but it does have a shield module called the LD-1 that provides armor. The module offers protection that withstands almost any ammo, and it also features glass that handles rounds from AR-15s and AK-47s. In general, it's great at shielding a fighter from enemy gunfire, and if needed, the module can open, turning into a mobile cover for several people. Another benefit is that the module is very easy to maintain, as the lightweight ballistic panels and glass can be replaced separately. Scorpion and Alakran. You're looking at the system that fires at a rate of 12 and then 4 rounds per minute. It also comes with several firing modes and is easy to use. The fully digital fire control system knows its location and the designated targets, automatically performing ballistic calculations based on that. The crew just needs to arrive at the designated spot, get the system ready for action, and then load the rounds. It's also worth mentioning that the Scorpion or Alakran system isn't a vehicle with built-in weapons, it's a module that can be added to any all-terrain vehicle with a payload capacity of at least 2 tons. Elint. Technologies are advancing not only in terms of weaponry, but also in terms of reconnaissance. Now, instead of bulky electronic reconnaissance systems, all you need is a couple of soldiers and a fancy backpack from Indra. Inside, there's software that's enough to classify radar signals by comparing them to a tactical library. The backpack's equipment can also show signal sources on 3D maps, log radar pulses and their data, and analyze them. The backpack will be sufficient for conducting radio reconnaissance, border surveillance, and any other activities where detecting, intercepting, and analyzing radar signals helps you get valuable information. Overall, Indra's backpack is a solution that'll turn a soldier into a key combat unit, gathering and analyzing valuable information in the most unexpected places. Hisar-A+. Aegis offers another product for defense, but this time not against submarines and torpedoes, but against airborne threats. Hisar-A+ is an air defense missile system that consists of two parts. The first one, of course, is where the missiles are launched, the launchers. They include a total of 4 missiles, which have a dual-stage rocket motor and, according to the creators, ensure high explosive particle activity. Also, the launchers can hit multiple targets simultaneously and perform successive firing up to 9 miles and at an altitude of up to 5 miles. The second component is a radar with a friend or foe identification system, infrared sensors, a laser rangefinder, and a data transmission channel. Thanks to this, Hisar-A+ can identify and autonomously track targets, acting as an independent system. The system is installed on a self-propelled armored vehicle which can move on roads at a maximum speed of 40 miles per hour. Amos. What could be more effective than a mortar? There may be different answers, but Patria will silently demonstrate its transport-mounted twin-barreled mortar turret. The weapon can fire at a rate of up to 12 rounds per minute. It has different modes, including a computer-controlled mode for hitting 10 rounds simultaneously. Besides that, the Patria mortar turret can fire both indirect fire and direct fire for self-defense. However, what really sets apart a vehicle with such a turret is its ability to relocate to the next position about 30 seconds after firing a 14-round salvo. This makes it very difficult for enemy artillery to retaliate. LVTB. Here's another way to overcome various obstacles like rivers and ravines. This bridge arrives at the right place in a container on a truck, boat, helicopter, or any other transport with enough load capacity. The bridge itself consists of sections that can connect endlessly. The installation time depends on the number of sections, but assembly is always much faster than alternatives. According to the company, a 6-section bridge is assembled in 4 hours by 13 soldiers with ordinary tools and without heavy machinery. The bridge is made of aluminum alloy, so it can be set up without worrying about potential damage from corrosion. Plus, aluminum handles physical damage well and doesn't crack at low temperatures, so this kind of bridge can be built even in the harshest conditions. XQ-67A. When it seems that drones can't match the effectiveness of piloted fighters, General Atomics Aeronautical Systems steps onto the scene. No specific characteristics have been shared by anyone so far, but based on what everyone involved in the project has said, the drone is expected to be a significant asset for the Army. It's anticipated that the XQ-67A, once fully ready, will be equipped with all essential sensors, autonomous avionics, and other useful payloads. Plus, the creators are hopeful that using standard substructures and systems will make it easy to upgrade the XQ-67A quickly. For example, they could equip it with an onboard weapon station for combat missions. MTFP. Thanks to Contech, any pickup truck's rear part can be transformed into a fortified combat outpost. Essentially, it becomes a kind of bunker that offers protection from bullets. Moreover, soldiers will be able to retaliate against the enemy as the fortified positions have ports that allow for somewhat inconvenient yet quite effective shooting. It's also important to mention that according to Contech, setting up this makeshift bunker takes just 30 seconds. MK-18 and Remus 6000. There are unmanned vehicles not only in the air but also underwater. Here are two examples of unmanned vehicles whose usefulness for military ships can hardly be overemphasized. The first one is the MK-18. Its main advantage is its compact size, which makes transportation and deployment for missions effortless. Also, due to its dimensions, the underwater drone can practically invisibly carry out its tasks, including reconnaissance, mine detection, and classification, as well as mapping. All this is accomplished thanks to a small side-scan sonar. The next vehicle, called Remus 6000, boasts bigger dimensions, allowing for a more extensive arsenal. The unmanned vehicle can be equipped with the necessary gear for specific tasks such as mine identification, detection of various sunken objects, and more, which can be useful for a military vessel. Barkin. Havelsan has developed Barkin, a multi-purpose unmanned vehicle that can handle bomb disposal missions using its robotic arm, serve as a military cargo transporter, or conduct rescue missions. Barkin is also capable of autonomous patrols, 3D mapping, and reconnaissance missions. It's even armed. How couldn't it be? Barkin can be fitted with weapon systems or even missile launchers. This unmanned vehicle does all that with its compact dimensions of 5 by 3 by 4 feet and a fairly decent speed with a maximum of over 7.5 miles per hour. So there's a reason why Havelsan Company claims that Barkin is a solution that can increase mission success rate, prevent numerous losses, and reduce operating expenses. APT-70. Bell is considering drones not just for surveillance and destruction, but also for delivery. APT-70 features 4 aircraft fuselages with engines and propellers joined together by 2 wings and stabilizers. The drone can carry loads of up to 88 pounds at speeds of up to 99 miles per hour and at a maximum height of 300 feet. Plus, as Bell claims, it handles wind speeds of 30 miles per hour with ease, can fly in temperatures up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and won't fall apart in the rain. However, there's one downside: this drone doesn't have armor, so on the battlefield, it'll be an easy target. Still, APT-70 assembles in 15 minutes and takes off vertically, so it's perfect for quickly transporting ammo, medical supplies, or provisions. AGM-158XR. Creating new weapons to meet the demands of modern warfare is expensive and time-consuming, which is why Lockheed Martin decided to improve the existing AGM-158 missile. The modified version of the XR is significantly larger than its predecessor, allowing the rocket to carry more fuel and a 1,000-pound armor-piercing warhead. The creators also report that the AGM-158XR will be smarter than its predecessors. There are no specs. We just have to believe the claim that internal modifications will increase modularity and make future upgrades easier. The most important thing the creators plan to achieve with the upgrades is to extend the missile's range. Once again, no specific figures are announced, but it's said that the AGM-158XR will exceed its predecessors, as well as long-range anti-ship missiles.